All right. Hello, Mallet class. My name is Michael, and this is the first time I've done the screencast-o-matic. Last time I kind of cheated, and I used the built-in recorder that's on my Mac and then cleaned up my video in Final Cut Pro, but I think for the purposes of this assignment, the lynda.com assignment, I'm going to need to actually do some hands-on showing and teaching all at the same time. So the article that I discovered is the Creating Awesome Color with Photoshop. And part of my job, I'm at work today, I do use Photoshop. I don't use Photoshop every day like I used to when I did online content development. So a lot of times I'll be like, oh yeah, how do I do that in Photoshop? And I'll have to Google it and usually watch a YouTube video. So this is my first time actually working with the Lynda principle, and I thought it was pretty cool how the instructor built a whole course out of this. To benefit everybody in class, I am actually going to do some work today. I am building an ad that we're going to be running for our practice in the New York State Police Chief brochure. And the issue here is that this ad that's on your screen right now is a half-page ad, and I need to make this into a full-page ad. So I had watched some of this video on how to manipulate some of the color that was in this ad, and with you standing by, I'm just going to kind of throw this together and build it really quick. Cool thing about Photoshop is I'm just going to select... you can't see what I'm doing over here. The cool thing about Photoshop is that everything is broken down into, it doesn't allow me? It does allow me to move that up. Awesome. Into layers. And so I have my background down here that's never going to move and everything else. And really, if I wasn't doing this on the down and dirty, like, hey, this is an ad that I have to crank out in like 5 minutes, and very little thought, honestly, went into preparing this ad, you would definitely want to title everything. I guess I could probably pull up another example of a project that I have worked on that would have a bit more detail as far as... Oh, I know what would be a good one to show you. The fact that you would want to, just as a Photoshop best practice, that you would want to definitely label everything. Because if you don't, and then you try to open it up and nothing works, you are going to cry. That's in here. Yeah, this is a pretty good example of something that you would want to definitely label every little piece of this, because all of this that you see here is actually a different layer that's on top of an object. And as what part of this Lynda presentation is supposed to be about, I would definitely want to develop a series and show people the importance, the best practices that go into, hey, if you're going to throw together something on Photoshop, you definitely want to get your file naming convention straightened out and in order. Okay, so I have 50 seconds left on the timer here to try and pull all of this together. And let's see if we can get this to happen. So we are going to come over here and select everything. And we're going to copy that and bring it into our blank space, which is just kind of sitting here waiting for some love. And a simple drop in. Everything should start populating here. And here it comes into the new space. It's got to think a little bit. So what I'll have to do in all of these layers is go through and do some resizing, but you can see some of the color that I've added on here. And my 4 minutes is up. Wow, that does go by pretty fast. So anyways, that would have been my video on how I would have built a Lynda tutorial series.